And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Texas Motor Speedway for the second round of the IROC Championship and Bubbles Studios League. This is a 4-round championship. This is race 2. And so far we've seen 24K with a championship lead, just by a few points over in front of Anthony, who had a very strong race last time out. Bubble is in third. That's your top 3 in the championship right now. They're all separated by just 25 points. And the driver that picked up 10 extra points today in qualifying is Kimmy in the number 94 car. He was able to get 10 bonus points today for qualifying on pole, the fastest lap we saw during qualifying out of all 7 drivers who showed up to race today. I'd like to introduce my co-commentator. That's Fearless. He will be joining me up in the booth today. Fearless, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. I mean, I'm kind of excited for this race here at Texas. I mean, Kimmy snagging the pole here, very, very important to his championship aspirations, especially since 24K with the win there. I mean, I'm very excited to see what's about to happen. I'm sure you are too, correct?
Oh, of course. I mean, Kimmy, he had a decent first race, but ended up 5th. You know, so he's in 5th in the championship, but immediately getting the pole ties him for 4th in the championship. So it's a big deal.
Yeah.
As we're getting rolling here, it's going to be, I believe it is 1 pace lap, and then they'll go double file off of turn 4 and see the green flag. So before we get going here, Fearless, I'd love to hear your picks for the race.
I was just about to ask yours too, but anyways, I'm thinking, I mean, there's a lot of good drivers here. I don't even know who to pick. Man, probably pick Bubble again. I mean, he knows the cars more than anybody. And if he doesn't lag like last race, maybe he'll actually win.
I'm gonna have to go with our pole sitter, Kimmy. I think he wins tonight, and I think he's gonna jump a good ways in the championship too. I think he's gonna lead a lot of laps. So my pick for tonight is Kimmy.
Now let's just hope he doesn't throw again.
Exactly.
Alright, we should be doubling up here off before. Yeah, that's what Bubble's looking like he's doing. I know we're not going green this time.
Oh, not quite, not quite.
So we've been given the call that it's green this time.
So the drivers did do a test race before. I believe that was a 30-lap race, and the drivers were able to make it completely on fuel, but I believe it was very close, and there were a couple cautions in there. I think this race is really close between a 1 and a 2-stop strategy based on your fuel. So what do you think about the strategy today, Fearless?
I mean, my idea here is I don't quite know the fuel run, but I would expect lots of fuel saving today, considering Kimmy was very close to the end there on the test race.
I have to agree with you. And something we saw last race and are seeing again before the race even starts here is drivers are trying to save fuel on the pace laps. They're not going flat out on the pace laps. But anyways, coming off turn 4, I believe they will go double file and take the green flag.
Here they come, double file here. Gonna let Agent take it away here for the green flag.
Oh, shotguns. Something happened with shotgun. We see the green flag and Bubble gets a terrible start.
Oh, they've called off the start, looks like, because there's been many drivers making mistakes here on the restart. He didn't like it, so we're gonna be pacing here a couple more laps.
Not super sure what happened there. We saw shotgun come down into the grass, and it was very discombobulated on the start. We're gonna give it one more shot here.
Hopefully this time's the one, but there's going to be a lot more fuel saving between some of these drivers on this pace lap here.
And that will help them.
How is fuel saving going to be on the green flag runs, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? Because the dirty air.
Well, yeah, we'll see. The dirty air was a lot in the test race, but it was actually a vehicle for them to be able to save more by having to lift for the corners anyways. So we might see some drivers kind of stay back on purpose, as we're going double file once again. All right, everyone much cleaner this time, looking to take the green flag. The green flag is out and everyone's away. Kimi leads from the inside. Rounding off lap 1, Kimi is just going to lead that lap, but to his inside, it's Bubble, as he's going to take the inside and I believe take the lead here through turns 1 and 2.
And further back there, 3 wide for 4th. 24K shotgun at Napa, duking it out back there further in the pack.
They seem to get it settled down coming down into turn 3. Up front, Bubble. Oh, he hit Kimi. They both go up the track. That's going to allow the cars behind to catch back up, as Kimi's able to keep his momentum on the outside. I believe he's going to lead his 2nd lap in a row, holding that outside strong.
If they keep this side-by-side action up, I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of the pack's able to catch up.
Me
I mean,
either.
look at 24K, he's already on the inside there.
That's the winner of last week's race and the championship leader in that Cinnamon Toast Crunch car, as Bubble again is wide in turn 3, and there's contact between the leaders.
Kimi will lead this lap too. That's his 3rd. As we dive back into turn 1 here, Dim and 24K, they're both closing. Watch that as it continue to be side by side for the lead.
We're seeing 2 examples here of the outside lane being able to hold that inside lane narrow and really keep the momentum on the high side. Do you think that's something that'll just stay on the early in the run, or will they do this throughout?
They might continue to do this early on. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, yeah, Kimi is, yeah, he might actually messed up there a little bit. Like, Bubble's clear for the lead.
And just like that, we're single file for the lead, but all the cars are closer than they have been. Bubble dummies down on the back straightaway going into turn 3 and dims up the track. 24K's back to his inside.
And just like that, we have a battle for 3rd. Heating up here as Kimi's closing into Bubble for the lead. And he's going to the inside, down to 1.
2 by 2 into turn 1 and Kimi's wide. Can 24K capitalize on the inside? We might be seeing 3 wide action here for a second. Not quite.
Bubble has to back off. There goes all of his track position that he had there early in the run.
Here comes 24K, a push off of Dim's front bumper. He's got the inside on Kimi.
Dim with the crossover on Bubble, not going to be able to make it stick as they're side by side for the lead. 24K will lead that lap.
There's a bunch of contact on the front straightaway as Bubble was looking for somewhere to go but didn't have anywhere, as there were 2 cars directly in front of him. Off of turn 2, looks like 24K will clear and lead the race here on lap 7 at Texas.
Okay, he goes back to the outside. Oh, he's holding it strong there. Dives it in. But as they keep battling for the lead here, I'd watch probably, yeah, Shotgun is starting to close in now on this pack.
And that is because of this big battle up front. 4 cars. You see Dim running way up high. That's an interesting line from Dim.
Yeah, he's in the wall. There goes all of his momentum.
Look at the run from Bubble.
Move, huge move.
It's going to allow Kimi to swing around the outside. What a move from Kimi. Kimi's going to take the lead with that huge move.
Shotgun's loose. And Bubble all of a sudden magically loses all of his track position because of that very bold and aggressive move. I don't know why he would do it that early, but he decided to go for it and it didn't pan out for him.
Well, we know how valuable it is to lead laps here in the IROC series. It's worth a lot of championship points. That could be a cause for the aggression we see early as Bubble again up the track allows Napa to go 3 wide on the inside. That's going to give him 4th place.
Yep. As we still have a battle for 2nd heating up between 24K and Shotgun.
Shotgun's on the inside.
Shotgun. No, you washed up there, so 24K is going to have a run on him. Is he going to take it, though? That's the question.
Those are the 2.
Shotgun blocks.
He does. I think they're both catching up to Kimi ever so slightly.
Oh, yeah, they are. Let's see the gap here. Yep, down to 4/10 and about 8/800ths of a second there. As further in the back, Dim and Anthony look like to be duking it out. Bubble right in front of them.
We can get almost the whole pack on a single shot here. They're staying pretty close in this pack. It's not quite like Indy where we saw people really spread out.
You can basically still take it full throttle even during dirty air if you like dive it in there right. That's the thing.
We're seeing big draft on the straightaways. I think that's how 24K and Shotgun are catching up so quickly to Kimmy. As, again, Anthony and Dim fighting at the back. Anthony's looking to the inside. Oh, but the dirty...
Shotgun. He's in the dirty air, and he's just full throttling the entire corner. It's working.
We're seeing some gaps come up, though. I think once you're about fourth on back, the dirty air does become sizable to where you're really having to lift off the throttle. Oh, Shotgun's in the wall.
24K to the inside for second. Diving into 3 and 4.
Side by side for second. They're both washing wide. That's going to give 24K the advantage as he can take a later apex off of turn 4.
24K is clear for second.
And now he has his sights set on Kimmy. Right in front of him, Kimmy had a big lead after the massive aggressive move from Bubble, who hits the wall behind. But now that lead has been erased, and 24K is here. And Kimmy's high off the track. Here comes 24K.
Shotgun washes up the track. Watch out for Bubble here. He might have a shot at third here in a couple laps' time.
Up front, it's side by side. 24K to the inside of Kimmy.
Meanwhile, with this battle occurring, it really... No, I'm not even going to think about that. But anyway, 24K to the inside here for the lead. Diving into 3 and 4 here. Can he make it stick?
Man, they were so close to touching each other in turns 1 and 2. But they just stayed off. There was a tiny gap between the two cars. It was perfect amount of space and respect given between the two drivers.
As 24K has cleared Kimmy for the lead, but Kimmy tries to bump him up. Shotgun to the outside.
Oh,
Washes
Kimmy.
up the track a little bit. Does he get the run? He gets the run a little bit.
Kimmy forces the issue on the inside, and he's going to take back the lead. I'm not sure 24K is going to like that a ton. Oh, Shotgun pushes.
24K's in the wall.
There goes Bubble.
Bubble squeezes the gap to the lead.
I think we might have saw 5 wide there for a second in the middle of turns 3 and 4. As now Napa looks to the inside.
Front stretch. Oh, contact. Oh, through the wall.
Bubble saves it.
Crash. They save it, but look at the gap. Look at the gap. Look at what happened. That's all it took.
And they lost their momentum there too. That's gonna severely hurt them.
Oh, Bubble put Snap in the wall. He's not happy. He's not happy.
Well, these 3 cars need to sort it out and work together if they're gonna catch back up to the main pack. And that doesn't appear.
It's not happening because Shotgun's to the inside of Bubble.
They need to sort it out quickly if they want to have a chance to win this race.
Now back to the battle for the lead. Kimmy on the inside of Anthony for second. Oh my God, what is even happening in the back? They're just duking it out. They're not really making their moves. They're just making moves whenever they feel like it. It's not working out for them. As they've singled out now on the backstretch here, the top 4.
And Bubble, who's 3rd in the championship, he cannot afford this. He needs to get back up to the front pack.
Side by side for the lead now. Kimmy and 24K on the front stretch, dives into 1 and 2. Kimmy with the preferred line will clear 24K. And we have a new leader again here at Texas.
We'll see how long that lasts. There's a big run on the back straightaway. 24K dives it in down on the bottom. Can he get there? I think he is.
Anthony, though. He had a late apex.
Look at the run from 24K. He's somehow got a run on the inside. I think he's going to take the lead here.
Take a look at Anthony now to the inside of Kimmy now that 24K is cleared for the lead. What happened to Napa? He's all the way back there now. Did you get a look at what happened back there? Because Napa's now like 4 seconds back.
Not sure. He is way off the pace, though. Looks like Bubble and Shotgun have sorted it out and are starting to catch back up. But you're right. Napa is way off the back of the pack.
I think he still has the slipstream, though, so I think he is still closing in a bit. If you didn't notice, Dim and Anthony slammed the wall a little bit, so now the top two have gapped the rest of the field.
And I believe that's going to help Bubble and Shotgun too. That gives two cars a little bit closer to them.
Now that they started to spread out, I would like to ask, I don't think I've seen much fuel saving from any of the drivers, so this might be looking like a two-stop race.
It might be. The key will be if they can make it to around lap 33, 34. If they can make it there, it will be one stop to the end.
That brings another question, is if, in case of overtimes, do they want to try to stop later? Or maybe save some extra fuel?
I think that's a good idea. I think another thing will be, as we have a battle for the lead actually, 24K and Kimmy running each other up the track in turns 3 and 4.
Looks like 24K will clear Kimmy for the lead as they cross the line for lap 25 out of 67. We're closing in on that pit window.
Remember, it's 20 bonus points, leading the most laps. So these two fighting are fighting for championship points. It's only a
Take a look at what happened. Here comes Dim, Anthony, and Bubble. They're starting to close in for the lead.
We're about to have a 5-car pack once again for the lead.
Man, the draft here is really closing these guys. Yeah, look at the gap to Napa now. Napa's down to 3.5 seconds. The draft here is crazy.
And Napa's caught up a second in just the last few laps.
Run. 24K with a massive block. Oh, wow. Look at
he's on the apron. Oh, he's on the apron. There goes Kimmy. Kimmy goes around.
Saves the car. I don't know how he managed to save that, but Dim now with a massive gap after that incident.
And Bubble was able to capitalize, and he's going around the outside of... Oh,
24K off.
They're hitting all over each other.
24K is not going to be happy about that. What is he doing?
Oh man, they're all over each other. 24K and Bubble. Not a lot of respect between these two right now. They had a close finish at Indy. And there goes 24K. He's gonna go back to the inside.
Now I would expect 24K to try to do something about how Bubble's been racing him those last couple laps.
Oh, and we have a caution. There's a car.
A caution.
That's Shotgun.
Shotgun has damage to the car.
He's gonna have to go to the pits. We hear the driver exclaiming, "Bruh!" We're not sure what happened though.
It doesn't look like he has suspension damage, so he will be able to continue the race.
But he will have to get that damage repaired.
Looks like you're probably just diving into pits because he's gonna be last anyway. And a race official has declared the pits will be open 24/7.
Right.
Can't F3X. Oh, there you go. Did you speed yourself? As they come into pits here, now watch the race on pit road here. Oh, 24K missed his pit stall. I'll be looking at where he comes out on pits. Because it looks like everyone else is getting a clean entry without incident. Did Kimmy might have made a mistake? He's
I'm
a little
not
outside
sure.
of the stall.
Dim had a clean stop. Look, Bubble's out in front of 24K. Bubble's going to be the first one out. Bubble wins the race off pit road.
Bubble, Kimmy, Dim, 24K, Anthony, and Napa is the order off of pit road. As Shotgun's going to have to go around.
And Shotgun does have that damage for the rest of the race now. And remember, if he gets suspension damage, if any of these drivers get suspension damage, that's it. DNF, there's no resets.
Now, I would expect there to be green this time because it looks like Shotgun will be able to get there.
We will see where's Shotgun on the track. He's exiting turn 2 now.
Oh, he's trying to save fuel. Shotgun. Oh, right, because they pitted. Oh, that's going to be through a massive wrench in their strategy. It's lap 30.
They do have to make it 37 laps. As we're lining up, getting ready to go green.
That as we're going green this time. And here we go.
Oh, look at the jump for 24K on the outside. He's going to go 3 wide. 3 wide, he's looking for the lead, but Bubble clears. Oh, and Bubble slices down.
Off Kimmy right there.
That was a big move from Bubble.
We're trying to single out here after the restart. Trying to catch up to Bubble. 24K makes a mistake. Dim to the inside for third.
He almost opens up the door for Napa on the inside. We almost saw 3 wide.
Run from Napa. Watch Dim here. Watch Dim here. Oh yeah, 3 wide for the lead. Dim to the inside.
Oh, 3 wide. Dim on the inside. Then it's Kimmy in the middle, and Bubble has to lift off on the outside.
There's contact. Make it stick. Into 3.
Bubble lifts, and Napa fills the gap on the inside as there goes Dim. Dim's going to take the lead. Dim is your new leader.
Oh, he just got a run from Kimmy there. He cuts him off a little bit. Now, I would expect everyone to go into mega fuel save mode here. Now they're starting to cool down, I would hope.
We'll see. I'm not sure what their fuel number was when they pit, as we saw Dim hit the wall there for a little bit. But if the drivers think they can make it, they'll be flat out from here to the end. But we could also see overtimes.
I'll watch Dim's telemetry as we dive into 1. Does he look like he's trying to fuel save? They're pretty confident that they can make it. He's flat out through 1 and 2.
Completely flat out, even with a push off the front bumper of Kimmy.
Oh, Kimmy dives it in. Down to the inside of Dim for the lead off of 4. Kimmy's going to lead that lap as Dapple's right behind him. He's probably going to get to the inside of Dim here into 1 and 2. He will.
Oh, but he's tight in the dirty air. They managed to keep it on the bottom. They're going to have a run to the back of Kimmy.
Dim has a slipstream, though. Oh, he washes up. Here comes Dappa back on the inside.
Look at the momentum.
2 by 2 now.
Dim is carrying a lot of momentum on that outside line. He's keeping Napa on his inside. He gets a push from Bubble. Bubble's in the wall.
Oh, Bubble's in the wall. 24K gets a huge run. He's going to dive it into 3 and 4. He washes up, though. Too much of a run.
And look who I opened the door for. That's Anthony. Anthony's up to P3.
Anthony's up to third. There's a 3 wide now for 4th as Napa concedes. Here comes Bubble. Now I'm very curious to see Kimmy's telemetry. Is he confident in his ability to make it to the end of the race?
He's
Looks
certainly
like he
flat
is
out.
confident. He's flat out through the entire section.
And you see Anthony.
So the drivers are confident that we should probably be confident they'll make it too.
I believe so. We saw Kimmy kind of weaving on the front straightaway there. It was hard to tell because it's a quad oval, but I believe he was trying to even out the draft between the 2 cars behind. Almost like you see.
It's like there's a choo-choo train right now because
Right.
it's all single file.
And
Just
I
watch
can't.
this. They're all going to follow the draft. Watch this. 24K now goes to the inside of Dim. Here comes Anthony for the lead.
Anthony, he hasn't been fighting up here this whole race, but now's his chance. He's looking to the inside. He can't quite make it happen there off of 2.
Is he going to try again in 3 and 4? Does he get a run? Yeah, he's trying again in 3 and 4. Bumps Kimmy up the racetrack. Does he get to the inside? Looks like he will. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Kimmy clears him.
Oh, Kimmy's sliding.
Oh, he's loose.
Can he save it? Oh, he's turned to the outside wall. Big crash.
Big crash.
Anthony spins. Caution's out. And shotgun spins
Shotgun
too.
hard in the wall.
And
Surprised none of them got any damage. That was a pretty big accident there.
we have a battle in the race back. It's Dim in front of Bubble. Looks like Dim's going to get it.
Yeah, Dim will get the race back. It'll be Dim, Bubble, 24K, Napa, Shotgun, Anthony, and Kimmy is the order on the race back here. As they start pacing. Now the question is, are they going to try to fuel save here while pacing?
I believe we will see them fuel save under pacing here. In fact, and if you're one of the drivers at the back, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they pit. You just go ahead and pit and be good on fuel with overtimes and everything. Surprisingly, in all of that, I don't think anyone got any more damage. As we saw everything get set off there in turn 1 with Kimmy and Anthony and Shotgun.
I think all it took was a single bump. As the pits are open here, are they probably going to elect to pit, or are they all...
Bubble fakes.
Oh, did Bubble hit the cone?
I don't believe so, but it looks like everyone else pit behind. So Dim and Bubble stay out, and it looks like they're saving.
Track position as we now look at the race on pit road here. Dives into the stall. Kimmy gets the clean pit entrance. Oh, did Anthony missed his stall? Anthony misses his stall. As they're off of pit road here, 24K looks like he's going to win the race off of pit road.
And he will.
24K, Shotgun, Napa, Kimmy, and Anthony is the order off of pit road.
And Dim and Bubble going very slowly because they are trying to save fuel. We don't know if they can make it to the end of the race or not.
They're just coasting at this point.
We do believe it's going to be green this time.
Looks like it will. As they double up off 4, awaiting the green flag from race control. And we're green. Oh wow, Bubble just door slammed him as they dive into 1. 3 wide for 3rd.
Big battle for 3rd behind. Napa has to release. He gets down on the bottom. Dim is holding the lead, but Bubble with a small run on the outside. Oh, Dim's up the track.
Here comes 24K. 3 wide for the lead. 24K with a massive run. He's going to clear both Dim and Bubble for the lead.
And look who he brought with him. That's Napa. Napa, who is pretty quick in his qualifying session.
Oh, wow. Shotgun dives it in. They make contact. Dim and Shotgun make contact there. Oh, Napa's trying to go to the outside of 24K. Tries to crossover. 24K blocks. 24K still leads here as we come to lap 45. Bubble with a good run.
He's looking for the back of Napa. He's going to give him a push off of turn 2. I think Napa's going to have a big run to the back of 24K.
He's going to try it probably into 3 and 4. Get to the outside, but Bubble's right on the inside there. I don't know if that was the play. Shotgun's in the wall in 4.
They keep it straight behind. Up front, Bubble's going to take P2, and he is now onto the back of 24K for the lead of this race.
Napa's still on the outside. I think he's... Oh, yeah, it worked. It worked. Bubble hit the wall. Napa to the inside.
Bubble tries to hold him narrow, but here comes Napa on the inside.
Napa washes up a bit. Makes contact with Bubble, who's going to get the run. Napa has a little bit of momentum here. As we dive into 1. Napa's going to clear him. As Kimmy's now to the inside of Bubble. Bubble's just a sitting duck at this point. Is now, yep, he's just losing all of his time.
Oh, but there's a big run. Here comes Kimmy.
Oh, huge run, huge run. Can Kimmy make it stick? Looks like he can, but he loses quite a bit of speed.
Again, there's going to be a big run. Bubble to the back of Napa.
Pulling away in the midst of all this. Look at this.
Oh, Dim almost put it in the middle there. Now he's looking to the inside of Kimmy. He gives him a bump. He gives him a push, but Kimmy keeps that position. He gets a huge run down the back straightaway.
Oh, I noticed 24K actually lifted entering the corners. Napa's in the wall. He loses all of his speed. There goes all of his track position that he had.
And we finally start to settle down from the restart. So we're going to go on board with 24K. As we're back, and now Dim to the inside of Bubble. He's looking to take away P2. He had a strong surge through the pack, and now he's looking to be the main contender against 24K, but Bubble's holding that position on the outside.
Actually got a little bit of a run from Kimmy there, I would assume, entering the corner. He's keeping it strong to the outside of Dim, but I don't think Dim's going to let up as we dive back into one. Oh, he sends it in. He gets to the inside, 24K. Here we go.
Used him up on the entry, and now he's going to take it on the exit. Bubble with the run. He's going with Dim.
Oh, 24K backs out. He knows it's over for him. He's going to have to back up and regroup.
Kimmy set him up on the entry, and now it's to the inside. We're 3 wide for the lead, and Kimmy takes it.
And look at what 24K did with that reset. He's now on the inside of Dim for third. But he makes it 3 wide. Up to second he goes. Definitely a smart call by him to back out and regroup and get that track position back in one fell swoop.
Further back, Bubbles to the inside of 24K, looking for P2. Napa is close behind. He's going to fill the hole that was left on the inside to take P3.
24K's in the wall. And now onto the backstretch. Kimmy weaving, trying to break the draft with Bubble here.
We're entering the latter stages of the race, and I'm not really seeing Bubbles save much. He didn't pit the last time around. We see 12 to go.
Good, it probably normally, but if they get it overtime, I think there's room for concern now. So I'm curious to see how this will play out.
We shall see.
As we're at 12 to go now, and we have a 4-car pack. I don't know if Dim and Anthony are going to be able to catch in time for this. As Dim hits the wall there, actually, off of 4. And Napa gets a run on Bubble to the inside. 24K bumps him up.
Off of turn 2, it's 24K on the inside. As Napa, I believe, might have hit the wall again there off of turn 2. He's holding the outside of 24K, who goes up the track, and Bubble uses the bumper a little bit. He's going to take away P2, 3 wide on the inside. Bubble's back into second place behind Kimmy.
And just like that, while all of this is happening, Kimmy is really enjoying this battle because he's pulling away, actually, a little bit. But now that it's over, here comes Bubble, starting to close the gap with that draft.
Bubble's running lower in 3 and 4. Look at the time he gains in the center of the corner. And we know because of the draft, he's going to have a huge run on the straightaways. Bubble is closing the gap quick.
He's just hitting it earlier. I mean, look at that. Bubble is riding that apron line right there.
Oh, look at...
hating the white line. That's perfect.
Go look at Bubble's telemetry on the entry to the corner. He's lifting a ton. I wonder if he has to save.
He is probably trying to save a little bit just so he has an extra clearance on overtimes. Very, very good strategy call, probably.
We'll watch it in a turn 1 again here. We'll go on board so we can listen. We hear a lift just really early in the corner there. Bubbles, I believe, trying to save just a little bit here at the latter stages of this race.
7 laps to go here at Texas. Now, Kimmy with a sizable lead. Bubbles still attempting to steal save and also catch at the same time. As Napa's actually starting to fade a little bit. We now have a 3-car back for the lead.
Well, Napa's fallen back. The 2 behind him have caught a little bit. I would not count out Dim and Anthony at this point in the race. They have a chance to catch back up, especially if the cars up front start fighting.
I mean, now that Napa actually faded a little bit, I think they have more draft than you would expect. They probably can. Now, Anthony does dive to the inside of Dim here. It can stick. Yes, he does. Dim has a draft up, though. This is not helping either of them, though. They want to be single file and catch to the leaders slowly but surely. As off of forward, we're going to 5 laps to go.
The cars behind still fighting. Dim takes the spot. But up front, the gap is closed again. I think Bubbles...
the white line. Look at that.
Oh, Bubbles perfect in 1 and 2. I think he's about to stop saving and go after it.
Yeah, he's going for it now. But look at that run in the middle of the corner. That's crazy.
Here he comes. Bubble. He's right on the back of Kimmy now, and he's brought 24K with him. There's 3 cars right here.
1 and 2. Oh, wow. Look at that corner. Absolutely perfect lines. 24K with Bubble. Are they going to go for the lead into 3 and 4? Bubble to the outside. Not quite going to work, but watch the crossover. Watch the run here. Left
Bubble.
Because of Kimmy.
Oh, he almost squeezed in the inside on the exit there. There's 3 laps. 3 laps left to get him around him, and here comes 24K.
He sends it in. He bumps Kimmy up. Side by side for second.
Oh, Kimmy just stays clear. We're going to have to go 3 wide. 24K backs out. Now he's looking at the inside.
24K did not make the right move here as Bubble goes to the outside.
I can't believe Bubble's sticking it on the outside. Here he comes.
Actually there. 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go, and Bubble has the run on the outside. And look, the whole pack is caught back up. They're side by side for the lead. Bubble with the run.
I would assume 24K wants to help Kimmy here, actually. Oh, he bumps him up.
3 wide. Here comes 24K. We're coming around to take the white flag, and Kimmy's in the lead. But 24K is looking at the inside.
Napa right behind him.
He's there. He's on the apron. Kimmy side by side with 24K. There's 5, 6 cars right here. Bubble with a run. He has nowhere to go, but he pushes Kimmy way out front.
It's going to happen. Bubble's going to try it. Cuts off 24K to the inside.
There's a big send. Who's going to get it? Coming to the line.
Who's going to get the run? 24K.
24K.
He's going to win it here on Texas.
Back to back, just barely. It's 24K who wins. The ticker says Kimmy. I think it was Bubble who got second.
Spins out after the race.
I don't think
sure if that is intentional or not, but if it was, that is a DQ.
We will get a review on the Napa spin after the checkered flag. If it was intentional, that is a DQ.
Bubble had 20% fuel, it looks like.
Well, it seems Bubble had plenty of fuel to make it to the end. But he didn't have the track position.
Yeah, it really wasn't as close as we thought it would be.
In the end, it was whoever had the inside in the last corner, and that ended up being 24K. Bubble wanted to go down, but the gap wasn't there. He pushed 24K onto the apron a little bit, and then 24K was able to hold the inside and make the pass for the win out of turn 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this now. It's crazy.
As we see that Cinnamon Toast Crunch number 48 car go back to back in the first 2 rounds of this IROC series.
I would assume that because of that, 24K has built a big point cushion. As now we'll bring 24K up to the booth. Got any questions, Agent?
Oh yes, I'd love to hear his perspective of the last few laps there, especially the last corner. Bubble wanted to come down. You were there on the apron a little bit. It got argy-bargy, but you ended up out on top. I'd love to hear how that happened. As 24K is having some problems with his mic, we believe.
Small amount of issues with the microphone.
Gonna give him a few moments here, try to sort out the mic issues.
He totally just left the game. I think he just disconnected. That is hilarious. None of that's happened.
Oh, we'll see if in the meantime we can get someone else up here. We'll see if we can get Kimmy up here. Man, he looked like he was gonna win this race.
Kimmy was that close, and then Bubble decided, you know what? I'm gonna send you into the last corner.
Here he is, the driver of the number 94 car. Kimmy, you had the lead on the back straightaway, a big push from Bubble, and then it all went awry in turns 3 and 4. Tell me what happened.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, it was a good race. I enjoyed myself out there. I kind of expected that was gonna happen. You know, it's kind of lucky, but you know, I'm just gonna keep on getting at it. You know, but yeah, I really had fun today. I was leading a lot of laps. I don't know if I had fastest lap. I know I got pole though, so it is gonna help me in the points. And yeah, it's, you know, kind of really expected at this point, to be honest.
So,
Well, and speaking of fastest lap, that award goes to Napa. Napa sets the fastest lap of the race with a 26.296. So they'll definitely boost him in the point standings. But yeah, you had a good shot at it. Maybe one day you'll get it, Kimmy. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's alright. Thank you, Fearless, for having me here.
Kimmy, one more question. I'd love to know if you think that this kind of racing, is it just a product of the package, or do you think it's the drivers going after it a little too much, maybe?
I think it's honestly a little bit of both, you know, like the package is it's like when it gets to it, the package is very crazy. Like it creates like some pack racing, you know, some type of like Daytona, Talladega style racing at these like 1.5 mile tracks, you know what I'm saying, like Texas, like it's just crazy, you know. And when you encounter the drivers racing hard, you know, for the win, it creates, you know, opportunities, and it also creates disasters or failures, you know. And obviously, I was just unfortunate at that time. You know, I tried my best. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's how I really feel about that. You know.
Right. Well, it was a great race. It was great to see you out there. We did a great job. Thanks for joining us up here.
All right, thank you, man.
All right. We'll see if we can't get 24K back up here. The winner of the race. And there he is. Do we have 24K up here with us? He might still be working on his mic issues. I think we might have another
right
driver
now.
though. That is or do we? Oh, we do. We have Dim up here. So Dim, you were fighting hard at the beginning of this race, and you and Bubble were the only two cars that stayed out on that last caution. I'd love to hear about your decision there and how that strategy played out for you.
Yeah, so I obviously put it earlier in that race. I think, how many laps before? 10 laps before that caution came out, I pit. And I knew I would have enough gas, so I didn't see any point in pitting, giving up my first place position. But staying out, it worked pretty well. I had a bad restart, worked my way up back through the field. And then with about 12 to go, there was a little incident there. I fell back like 1.5 seconds off the field. And I just knew they were still fighting up there really hard, all that dirty air from them being in a pack. I'm like, let me just knock down some laps, stay in it. and maybe I'll have a shot at the end. And turns out with one to go on the backstretch, I'm right there. You know, one more lap would have been nice, but obviously that's not how it goes. 67, not 68 laps. It was a pretty good race. Everyone was fighting really hard. This product of racing just brings out chaos from, well, obviously what the package makes of the racing and obviously how the drivers take it. But it was a pretty good race.
Right, and at the end there, we saw you definitely wanting to catch up, you and Anthony, but you couldn't get away from each other. It seemed like kind of fighting at the back there. What are your thoughts on that? Trying to catch up at the end of the race.
Yeah, for like 3 laps there, we were fighting a little bit, but we single filed out. I got out in front. I got a push from him that helped a little bit. It would have been nice to have him there at the end to get one more push, but it was fine. No bad beef with anyone. Just people making silly mistakes.
Alrighty, and throw it to Fearless in case he has any questions for you.
I don't think I have any additional questions for Dim. You did great today, Dim.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us, Dim. Did great out there.
No problem.
All right, we're gonna try. Let's see here.
Third time's a charm?
Hello.
Oh,
there
yeah,
he
it
is.
was.
The race
There he is,
winner,
got him.
24K. Man, I just gotta ask you how it feels first to go back to back, and for most certainly take the championship lead here after the second race of this 4-race championship.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to win back to back one of these races. I mean, this package packed up. You know, you got people coming from all different places, runs from every different way. That last lap was pretty much just about where I put myself. I mean, coming off of turn 2, I was kind of losing momentum, so I had to get a push. I could get anything from Napa. Luckily, I found something coming to turn 3. Bubble almost got clear of me. He almost did, but I just was able to keep it to his inside and hold him off up into the line. But yeah, that was a fun race.
It's good to hear. I like to hear what you think about this kind of racing, this package. Is this what you want to see moving forward for the last 2 races of the championship?
Yeah, I feel like this is actually really good. I feel like I don't have a problem with this package. I feel like it makes everything a lot more strategic in some way. Makes you want to, plan yourself out, know what you want to do next. I mean, I don't have a problem. Feel like we could keep this going to the end of the season.
All right, well that's your winner, 24K. He goes back to back, and is gonna take the championship lead. I think we're gonna get one more interview here. That is with Napa, who set the fastest lap. That's gonna be some bonus points for him in the race. Napa, do you remember setting that lap or what lap it was on?
I think, yeah, I don't know. No.
Well, nonetheless, you get the bonus points for setting the fastest lap. And I'd love to hear what you thought of the end of that race and the package in general.
The package is pretty cool. It's makes it like spread out, but then once people start battling, everyone starts to pack race, which is a really cool thing I like to race. And the final moments of the race, was praying that no one would like try to bump me out the way, but then I ruined myself, so now I'm trying to catch up for like 2 to go. I caught up, tried to push like Z to get past Kimmy, but kind of worked. And then Dim came in to like send me in the final corner. I missed my apex on purpose and got me that P4.
Well, there you have it. P4, a strong day, and the bonus points for the fastest lap. That's going to help you in the championship. There's just 2 races left. You did good, very good today. Best of luck to you moving forward.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to wrap it up here for us. The second race for this IROC championship. There's only 2 left. It was another good one, another close finish. And again, it's 24K out on top, ahead of Bubble. Fearless, do you have anything to add before we head out?
No, I don't. I mean, this is a pretty awesome race. I mean, the package was great. Everyone was just fighting hard. Packed it up for like 2 laps there between the top 5. really what you expect to see from the international racing champions here at especially a high bank track like Texas.
I couldn't have said it better. So we'll see the same next week at the same time here on the channel. Bubble the Wonder Boy. He makes these cars. Go support him on his YouTube channel. And we will see you next week.
Gonna be a crazy one at Michigan.